Hey everyone, welcome to KT Semicon Self-Paced Learning Module. In this particular session, let us try to understand how to perform addition and subtraction using ones and twos complement. Before that, let me share my screen now. So in this particular session, let us try to understand how to perform ones and twos how to perform addition and subtraction using ones and twos complement. So basically, let us take a simple example. Let's say if we are going to take two numbers, let me write it down. Let's say if I'm going to take 5 and 7, okay? And let's say if I want to add these two numbers, 7 plus 5, okay? Then let's see how we are going to add it using one's complement form of addition. Now, if you are going to perform one's complement form of addition, then you are going to take your numbers as it is without performing any complement. So for plus 5, for representing this plus 5 in one's complement format, we are going to represent it as it is without performing any one's complement. And on plus 7 also, we are not going to perform any one's complement, we are going to represent as it is. That is, it is represented as 0, triple 1. Now, if we are going to add these two numbers, that is 0, 1, 0, 1 and 0, triple 1, then we are simply going to get 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, triple 1 is 1 and 1, and we are going to get this as our result, which is nothing but decimal number 12. So this is how we are going to perform one's complement addition on two positive numbers. Now, let's say if I want to add plus 5 and minus 7, if I want to perform this particular addition, then using one's complement form of addition, using one's complement addition, using one's complement form, if I want to add this plus 5 and minus 7, let us try to understand how to perform this addition. Now, so plus 5, the positive number, we can represent it as it is. That is, in its true original form, we can represent the positive number. Now, coming to the negative number, we are going to apply the ones complement on this original format. That means plus 7 is basically represented as 0, 1, 1 and 1. And minus 7 if I want to represent. So how I am going to represent it? I am going to apply ones complement on this number. That is nothing but 0, 0, 0 and 1. So this is a ones complement format of minus 7, that is nothing but 1, triple 0. Now I am going to add this two numbers. So how to add these two numbers we already know. So 1 plus 0 is 1, 0, 1 and 1. So this is what we are getting if we are going to add plus 5 and minus 7. So here we can see we are not getting any carry. Okay, here we are not getting any carry. That means if we are not getting any carry, that means our resultant is a negative number. This is a very important conclusion here. If we are not getting any carry, if no carry, then the resultant is a negative number. Now, if the resultant is a negative number for and it is a negative number, now what we should do is if we are not getting any carry, we are going to perform complement on this number again for knowing the actual value. Now, what is the complement on this number? That is nothing but 0, 0, 1, 0, and it is nothing but minus 2. Since we have already seen that, right? So it is a negative number, so that's why we are keeping minus. Okay, so that is what we have written over here. In the case of ones complement addition or subtraction, we are going to write down the ones complement of this upper hand, that is whatever the number which is having a negative sign, that is nothing but our subtrahend, and then we are going to add the ones complement subtrahend with the minuend. Now, if the resultant has a carryover, then add the carryover in the least significant bit, and the number is positive. The number is positive. And if there is no carryover, like this example which we have seen, then the number is a negative number, and we need to take the ones complement of the resultant, and the number is a negative number. Now, let us see one more example and let us try to understand. Let's say if I am going to have 7 minus 5, if I need to perform 7 minus 5. Now, for representing my 7, I am going to simply write down 0, triple 1, and 5 is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 1. Now, one's complement on this 5 is nothing but 1, 0, 1, 0. And if I'm going to add these two numbers, then what I'm going to get 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0 and 1, 1 plus 1 0 and 1. I'm going to get a carry. Now, if I get a carry like this, then what should I do? I should add this carry to the LSB position. So what I'm going to get, this is my resultant 0, 0, 0, 1, and I'm going to add plus 1, which was a carry previously. So what I'm going to get, 1 plus 1 is 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. This is my resultant. That is nothing but plus 2, and the resultant is a positive number. So this is how we are going to perform 1's complement addition subtraction. Similarly, if I am going to perform subtraction using 2's complement, then what is the process which I am going to follow is, first I need to find the 2's complement of the subtrahend, that is whichever the number which is having minus sign, that particular number. Then we are going to add minuend, that is a, to the subtrahend, and if the final carry is 1, then it is dropped and the resultant is positive. Here in the case of 2's complement, if we are getting any carry, then we are going to just leave it. But in the case of 1's complement, if we are getting a carry, we are not going to discard it, we are going to add it with the original number. But here in the case of 2's complement, we are getting any carry, we are just discarding it and the number is treated as positive. But if we are not getting a carry, then the resultant is a negative number and the 2's complement should be performed on the final sum to get the actual value. For example, let's see one example. Let's say if I'm going to add 7 minus 5, if I'm going to subtract this 7 minus 5. Now, 7 is written as it is, that is 0, 111. And coming to my minus 5, so 5 is normally written as 0, 1, 0, 1. Now, what is minus 5? Apply the 2's complement directly. So we have 1 over here, we are going to write down as it is. And we have 0, what we are going to do, 1's complement. And this is nothing but 0 and 1. This is the 2's complement of the number minus 1. And we are going to add this. What we are going to get, 1 plus 1 is 0, 1, 111, 0, 1, 0, and we are getting a carry. Now, if we get a carry, then the number is a positive number. So, and we can just discard this particular carry. Now, so if we discard this carry, that means our number is nothing but plus 2. So, this is how we are going to perform 2's complement subtraction. Now, let's say if I want to perform a subtraction minus 4 plus 3 using 2's complement form of subtraction, 2's complement form, I need to perform a particular subtraction. Now, the positive number is as it is represented without applying any complement. So, this plus 3 is basically written as 0, 0, 1, 1. And coming to this minus 4, I need to apply the 2's complement on this 4. So, how to apply this 2's complement on this 4? So, first of all, we will write this 4 as it is, that is 0, 1, 0, 0. And we are going to apply the direct method for performing the 2's complement, that is nothing but. So until and unless we find 1, we are not going to perform any complement. And if we have found 1, then we are going to complement from the adjacent bit, that is nothing but 1100. So this is nothing but my 2's complement of my negative number. So minus 4 is basically written as 1100. And we are going to simply add these two numbers. So we are going to get 1, 1, 1 and 1. And if you can observe here, we are not getting any carry. So that means our resultant is a negative number. So what are we going to do is, we are also going to perform the 2's complement on this number. So how to perform the 2's complement? Again, we are going to perform the 2's complement. So that is nothing but 1 and 0, 0, 0. So it is nothing but 0001. Now, the number is a negative number, so we are going to keep minus 1. So this is how we are going to perform 2's complement on a given number. So that's about subtraction and addition of using 1's and 2's complement. And in our next session, we are going to see another topics like BCD addition and so. Yeah, thank you for watching this session.